So this is our Plyobox. So you can use them individually, or you can stack them on top of each other to get them really high. All kinds of exercises you can do on these Plyboxes. Let's get to it. Okay, we're going to use the Plyobox for this next one, and it's just going to be a straight Plyobox jump. So what we want to do is make sure that we're creating a powerful movement up onto the box, and we want to make sure that the direction we're headed stays the same the entire time. So the arms have to continue traveling up as you jump. You also want to make sure that during the box jump, you choose a box that's the right size for you. You want to make sure that your feet can clear at least a few inches. You can jump high enough to clear your feet a few inches above. If you can't jump and get your feet a few inches above the top of this box, choose a smaller box, okay? All right, so what you want to do is a little bit of a preload to explode, so a little bit of a drop down as you fire up, out, drive your arms up as hard as you can, exhale on the way up, stick the landing, and notice the arms stay up as you land to continue that upward velocity. Perfect landing with a nice easy step back off of the box. Okay, this is an incline push-up performed on a Plyobox. So it's a slightly easier push-up than just doing them regular on the ground, okay? You're gonna have your heels as high as you can, okay? Making sure that your shoulders are right over your hands as you drop into the push-up. You may or may not touch your chest to the Plyobox here. You just wanna make sure that your elbows stay in line with your wrists, okay? And that you don't allow your hips to sag down to where pressure will go into your lumbar spine. So we want to try to maintain a posterior pelvic tilt and keep the core engaged the entire time, being sure to exhale as you push yourself up out of the push-up. Okay, this is a decline push-up, and we're going to use the Plyobox. You can see feet are up high on the Plyobox, and the angle now is down. He's descending down towards the ground here. So it just challenges the muscles of the upper body a little bit differently. Definitely challenging for your core to keep your hips elevated high enough here. You want to absolutely make sure that your hips do not drop lower than your shoulders, because that causes all kinds of pressure on your lumbar spine. So engaging the core, really utilizing the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Exhale on the way up out of the push-up. Okay, so we're going to use the Plyobox again, and this time we're going to do toe taps. The key to this exercise is finding rhythm in your body. You're just barely tapping your toes onto the box. You're landing on the balls of your feet, making sure that your heels don't sink down to the ground, and we want to try to find some rhythm. You can go faster or slower with this exercise. Faster is going to be more challenging, but you just want to make sure that you're timing your legs and your hands together, and you're finding a smooth breathing rhythm that allows you to continue moving throughout this movement. So we're using the Plyobox again, and what we're going to do is a single leg squat. You got to start by elevating one knee up into the air. You notice that you're staggered off to the side here, so when you drop down, if your foot goes lower than the Plyobox, you won't hit it on the Plyobox. We want to extend the leg out in front, but first things first, okay? Arms up with balance, knees up high to hip height, slight bend in the knee. You're going to try to keep your body weight on your rear heel the whole time. So what I want you to do is lead with your hips driving them back first as you go down into a single leg squat, kind of as low as you can go without feeling like, oh, I might not be able to make it back up. So really pay close attention to your range of motion. Do what's appropriate for you. Make sure that you're extending your leg out in front when you come down, driving the hips way back. Arms come out in front here too to help counterbalance, and then bring your knee right back up to hip height on the way back up. You're inhaling on the way down, and you're exhaling on the way up. So we're going to use the Plyobox again, and this time we're going to do some step ups. This is an exercise that's utilized to elevate your heart rate. If you have trouble with box jumps, this is certainly a good modification. So what we want to do here is try to time your hands when you step up with your feet. You're alternating feet as you step up. So whichever foot comes up onto the Plyobox last or off the Plyobox last, that's the one that you're going to step up onto the Plyobox next. It doesn't make a huge deal if you're not getting the feet right every single time. You just really want to focus on trying to move quickly and try to focus on alternating feet if you can. Okay, we're going to use the Plyobox again, and this time we're going to do an exercise called the grip hop. You're going to place your hands on the Plyobox. Your feet are going to stay close together. This is a core exercise, but it's also a power exercise. So what you want to try to do is just bend your knees a little bit, and you're going to hop your hips up as high as you can. Ideally, you want to try to elevate your hips and stack them over your shoulders. But again, this is a challenging exercise. So exhale on the way up, and then what you want to do is try to find some rhythm here. So you're going to hop, and then try to keep the momentum going here. So your toes hit the ground, and you pop right back up. And again, hang time if you can at the top, because the idea is to engage your core as much as you can. So we're using the Plyobox again, and this time we're going to do an exercise called side to side grip hop. First thing you want to do is place your hands onto the back side of the Plyobox here, preferably out to the sides, and you're going to bring your feet off to one side. The idea here is to jump from one side to the other, and you're going to elevate your hips up as high as you can when you do this, keeping your feet close to the box because you want to try to stack your hips above your shoulders and your hands as much as you can, trying really hard to engage your core to control this exercise, particularly the momentum and velocity on the way back down. We want to try to go slow speed here on the way down and get your hips up as high as you can.